Hey everyone, I hope you're doing really well. I'm doing really well. I just got back from a high school reunion, which was really encouraging and made me feel like I was on the right path. Yeah, basically I was asked to give a presentation to the high school students at Flagstaff Arts and Leadership Academy, which is where I went around 20 years ago. It was really a fascinating project because I had to look through all the stuff that I had done since graduating from high school, and I compiled it into one video, which is a little embarrassing. It showed me just how many years it took me to get okay at motion graphics, visual effects. But I think it's really illuminating and kind of shows a potential path that you can have as an artist, or as my speech says, not an artist. So here's that speech, and I hope you find it inspirational and useful. I never really considered myself much of an artist, which is very surprising because people keep paying me to make art. It's kind of weird. You see, back in high school, art was just something that everyone did. My friends were writers, dancers, actors, performers, and they did it every day. I did it every day too, until I got really lucky and landed a job in the creative field. Now, I really hate talking about myself, and having moved to Canada, bragging is a certified criminal offense. But hopefully this video can give you some tips and tricks and some insight into how I trick people into paying me money to goof around on a computer all day. My name is Kyle Natali, and I'm a filmmaker, editor, visual effects artist, and now game developer. But that's only half of it. You see, when you're in the creative field, you're never quite sure what you're going to be up to that day. And I think it was very much the same experience for me back in high school. I wasn't just given permission to be creative, I was forced to. Every day I was bombarded with new techniques, mediums, art forms, theories, and I think that really allowed me to have the varied and really fun career that I've had since then. So I've prepared an embarrassing video of my work over the last 20 years in reverse chronological order, so you can see where I am now versus where I was in high school. And oof, yeah. But pay attention, see if you can see any through lines, because I really need someone to help me make sense of my life. Here's the video.
But I'm so busy interning though.
This is my very strange Resident Evil in VR. Like really.
What's the best flavor in the world? Too fast, too furious, bud.
Why did you imagine me with a stomach flu?
Caught the pottery vandal.
Is that everything you see is fake? Perfectly normal time to visit the kingdom.
You can help people feel loved. Like you've helped me feel loved.
Look out! Long sleeve! That glitch was not me! These are big hot dogs. And we're three like this one!
Hey guys, can I play?
Demons and daggers!
Sue Grieve's royal army invades the demon capital of Lancaster.
Documents out, the right documents. The fourth man ready, walking.
As an ocean, Rooney was now following his father and
Point, Mike. Put it down, Martina. Point that. Point there.
But now I shall cast you straight into the flames of hell.
Tunnels were cool. You guys have to tell me this kind of stuff.
That ain't even close to a place. Yeah, or something.
Now get me a snack.
Physical world. Go beyond to see it. Go
Congratulations, young man.
Oh my God! What the God is possessed?
Oh, you can't take the beat. Get off the computer, Sean.
So one observation, I really liked Pokemon. Second observation, my early work was rough. My current work is rough, depending on who you ask, but let's ignore that for now. You see, despite whether it's crude or refined, I think all the projects that I had that were successful were really about one idea, trying to elicit one response from the audience. It's just finding the core of what I want to see in the world that doesn't exist, or something that does exist in the world that I want to rip off because it seems like fun. Because, finding the fun, finding that core concept, the thing that excites you, it's infectious. And I think people really respond to that. Just like all the objects in this room were designed by somebody for someone else to enjoy, I think it's kind of important for you to look at your art and say, hey, what is this trying to do? And it doesn't have to be a lofty goal. And most of the time, I'm just trying to get a laugh, either from the audience or myself. But I think that either whether crude or refined, that was my process. As you saw, things got very technically complex by the end. Things have gotten to the point actually where I don't even know how I do the things that I do, but I know how I learned how I do the things that I don't know how I know how to do. My secret is, for each new project, I try to expand my skills and do something that I haven't done before, just on one small element of the project. And it's actually really useful if it's a part of the project where you don't need to put in those extra steps. See, if you fail, you could always just revert back to the old way of doing things. And I think that that's a really good way to learn. Just do it a small baby step at a time. And the thing is, when you're starting out, you don't have to be perfect. As you saw in my reel, I didn't really get good until 2012, I'd say. But the reverse of that is, you might not be perfect, but the jobs you're gonna be getting will be much less than perfect. My first few jobs were pretty terrible. Some of them were even dangerous. I remember that one job I was on, the production manager was handing out knives on the way back to our cars just in case a bear attacked us. So no job is worth risking your life over. But even a terrible job, you can take some part of it and use it to learn something new or expand your abilities in some way. Being flexible, learning as much as you can, getting as many skills as you can will help keep you in the field more and more often, and people hire who's in front of them. If you're working a lot and you're doing a lot of things, you seem like a safe bet, even if you're not really an artist. Just don't tell them that. So keep at it. Do that thing you want to see or hear or create. Don't pressure yourself with imaginary estimates of what success might look like, because honestly, you don't really know. I find a hard time knowing if I've actually made it or not. But, don't diminish yourself with the mean comments that people leave for you on social media, despite what happens. I know it can be hostile out there. More often, actually, it's apathetic to what you do. But, despite the hazards, despite bears on the way to cars, I found being creative incredibly rewarding and well worth doing. And you don't even have to be an artist to have a great career in the arts. Thank you so much for watching my talk. So that was a recreation of the speech I gave down in Flagstaff, and I hope I did it justice. I feel like I did a really good job when I was there, but unfortunately we didn't film it. So I figured, hey, this information might be useful to someone else, so I figured I'd do it again. So yeah, I hope you liked that. I hope it was inspirational, and I hope we all make more things that we want to make this upcoming year. Take care, everyone.